Dave Palumbo here with an RxMuscle supplement and science review. And today we're going to be talking about glutathione. A lot of people might not know what glutathione does, or if it's even necessary in the body. Well, our body actually produces glutathione in the liver predominantly, and also in the neurons in the brain. And we're going to talk about that in a little minute. And what glutathione's job predominantly in the body is to neutralize free radical production. And what's free radicals? Well, free radicals are produced whenever the body oxidizes fats in the body. So whenever we are oxidizing fatty acids, which occurs all over the body, right? Brain, muscles, liver, everywhere. These rogue electrons known as free radicals are released. I always tell people to think about them as like little bullets that kind of shoot all over the body and randomly damage tissues. And we don't want these things doing that, because we don't want to damage our tissues in our body for no apparent reason, because these electrons are so small they can actually pierce the DNA of our cells and actually damage the replication mechanisms in the cell. So we don't want that to happen. So the body has these natural antioxidant systems. We take sometimes additional free radical, quelchers or antioxidants, as we call them, from fruits, vegetables, vitamin C, vitamin E, but nothing is as powerful as the body's natural antioxidant glutathione, and that's why it's utilized in the body. Problem is, as we get older, we produce less and less glutathione, which leaves us much more vulnerable to these free radicals and to oxidative damage and to inflammatory issues in the body. And that's why, young kids don't get arthritis, they don't have damaged blood vessel walls, they don't get dementia, because their bodies are really, really good at neutralizing these free radicals, because they have a lot of glutathione production in their body. But like I said, as we get older, I always tell everyone, after 25, it's all downhill. You just don't realize it until you're in your 40s, and then by the 50s, you're already falling apart. But that's a lot of this falling apart stuff is due to the fact that these free radicals are basically running rampant all over our bodies, and we have no ability to kind of neutralize them at any kind of efficiency. So recently, there's been a lot of research done with glutathione supplementation. Now, the problem with glutathione supplementation is that it cannot be orally ingested. It's not absorbable. Sometimes people use N-acetylcysteine, which is a precursor to glutathione, but there's no predicting how much of that N-acetylcysteine will actually convert into glutathione. So a better way to supplement with glutathione would be to do injections of glutathione. And there are a lot of clinics out there that offer you can buy glutathione from. I am a big advocator of TitanMedicalCenter.com. They have terrific products, and I get my glutathione every single month from them. I take 200 milligrams every day, and a lot of the research I've been doing, and I'm constantly doing research because they constantly come out with new stuff about glutathione. Number one, we know it modulates the immune system, which means it upregulates the immune system and helps it work better. One of the things you could absolutely help you recover from COVID is taking glutathione every day. And I'm a big believer that the 200 milligrams I was taking every day really helped me recover. Matter of fact, Titan Medical has a tri-immune formula that contains glutathione, zinc, and vitamin C. And I was taking that actually while I had my COVID. But glutathione would almost be as good on its own, because once again, it increases the immune system's effectiveness. Also, a lot of viruses and bacterium create more free radicals in the body. So obviously glutathione is going to help reduce that load and obviously allow the immune system to be able to eat up these viruses and these bacterium at a much higher rate. Now, having said that, once again, for bodybuilding purposes, because when we work out, we oxidize a lot of fat. Not only does the actual training damage the muscle cells, but actually increased load of free radicals can also really damage muscle tissue in a bad way, not in a good way where it's going to grow back better. And so taking a glutathione supplement will definitely help with recovery from workouts. And once again, as we get older, this becomes more important. If you have arthritis, if you have chronic bowel issues, glutathione is tremendously effective for this, okay? Because arthritis, the progression of arthritis has a lot to do with, once again, massive amounts of free radical production, the immune system hyper-responding to that, and obviously causing a lot of inflammatory pain in the body. So we don't want that. What's the right dosage? No one really knows, but I'm going to tell you just empirically what I've noticed. 200 milligrams per day, which is usually, if you buy the Titan Medical, theirs is 200 milligrams per ml. So I take 1 ml per day. 200 milligrams seems to be ideal for me, and I feel really good on it, and I feel a difference when I'm not taking it. Okay, and I'm gonna give you another reason why you're gonna want to take it in a minute. But when I was trying to have my children, okay, I had my 2 kids. I did my pregnancy protocol that I give out to everyone: HCG, HMG, Clomid, and all those good things. And then I thought we were done. So I wasn't using any of the fertility drugs anymore, and my wife got pregnant a 3rd time. And I didn't realize this, but the only thing I had been taking at the time was glutathione. So I did some literature searches on it, and it turns out that glutathione actually increases motility of sperm. In other words, the ability of the sperm cells to swim better. So if the sperm swim better chance of obviously getting a woman pregnant. So I added that to my pregnancy protocol. But this just goes to show you, it allows the tissues of our body to function better, including the sperm, okay, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. And I would tend to believe, and I don't know if there's that much research out there, I haven't really checked too much. I bet it would actually help a woman's fertility as well, helping the health of the eggs that are released during ovulation be healthier and have a better chance of being fertilized. So glutathione just happens to be the all-purpose type of nutritional supplement, and it's unfortunate that you cannot take it in oral form. More importantly to us older guys, as we get older, I'm 54 now, I start thinking about, my father, as he got older in his 80s, he started having dementia and loss of cognitive function. And that's I want to live a very long time, but I don't want to not know what's going on either. I want to be, have good cognition as I get older, even if I'm physically limited, as I get older. So what do? Well, there's a lot of new research to show that glutathione actually helps protect the neurons in your brain from damage. And once again, from free radical damage, which is what's happening in the brain a lot. Think about it, over time, as we get older and older, we have less glutathione, we have more production of free radicals, we have more inflammatory processes going on, including in the brain. And what happens? The brain tissue gets damaged. And the more over time, even if you have billions of neurons in your brain, over time, if you're taking out 100,000 of them every week or something like that, eventually you run out of them. And what happens is your brain just can't communicate with itself anymore, and you lose function of your brain, and that could lead to dementia. They've shown that it also high levels of free radicals in the brain can also cause Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. So these are all things that worry me and that should worry you guys as you get a little older. Taking glutathione seems to protect the brain really effectively. There's a lot of research studies out there to show that people who take glutathione on a regular basis, or even the precursor N-acetylcysteine, have reduced incidence of I guess you could say mental cognition decline as they get older. So this is something that I'm going to take the rest of my life, more than likely, assuming it's available to do. Luckily, it hasn't been regulated at this point, but, I want to pass this information on to you guys because a lot of people just don't understand that, number one, that glutathione is not orally absorbable. Number two, I take it every day because I'm a neurotic, but even if you took it like 2 or 3 times a week, that would probably be adequate too, because they show that after 1 shot of glutathione, a lot of different great things start happening. Inflammatory markers go down in the body significantly. Immune system function upregulates. And, when I was interviewing Robbie Robinson, I think it was like 2 years ago, I said, Robbie, you look so good. You're in your 70s. You're unbelievable. You look like you could step on a bodybuilder. He said, you're shredded. What do you attribute success to? And he told me glutathione. He's been doing it for years. And he only does it like once a week because he probably doesn't have any access to it. But he's a huge believer in that. And I didn't even know he knew what it was. And so that really was surprising to me. But I'm telling you, it's like one of the most heralded supplements out there that can really do a lot of great things for you. So if you're interested, you can check out TitanMedicalCenter.com. You can even mention Dave Palumbo, RxMuscle, for a discount if you're interested. If you have another place you can get it, that's great too. But I would like you to do your own research, try it out, tell me how you like it. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the anti-aging supplements of the future. Get it now, use it now, so that you don't have to wait till you have a cognitive decline or your body's falling apart from arthritis all over. Start it now when you're younger so that you can prevent these things from happening. All right, I'm Dave Palumbo with another RxMuscle supplement and science review.